God's dreams, my dreams, and your dreams. Now, this is truly a spiritual message, and this is truly not for everybody, but this is just a spirit led message and a very explicit type message, too, if I'm being real. But yeah, God's dreams, my dreams, and your dreams. Now, honestly, just starting off really with God's dreams. I mean, man, yeah, honestly, God's dreams is see, because the thing is too, like you people don't understand that God has dreams. He does. And many of you people like maybe like, what are you talking about? Like God is the creator, like well, he's not dreaming. But no, see, the thing is, God does have dreams. And yeah, I mean, it's concerning you. That's the thing. You've chosen people, and certain people God has interest in, and that's about it. Because you people so used to I have dreams. I want to whatever. But yeah, God's dreams. See, yeah, this stuff deals with you, and this stuff deals with me, and I'm gonna tie in where I stand at with this stuff and all that deep stuff too. Yeah. And speaking of that, as I'm being led by the Spirit and all that stuff, yeah, I mean, you're partially, I'm not going to lie, like you're partially getting the part of me with dealing with God's dreams concerning me. Yeah, you're getting a lot of that, not only with this message, but, the stuff you see and also just it's deeper than this platform. But just know that, I care a lot about God's dreams. And that's the reason why my dreams are not really, it's not really, it's just not really competing with God's dreams concerning me, if I'm being real. Because yeah, my dreams, yeah, I can like do this and do that and get this and get that, but honestly, God's dreams is just so much. Not only like God's dreams is just so much more efficient, not only for me, but for you chosen people and for God's people. And yeah, God's dreams, God does have dreams. And I'm just going to get more in depth about certain dreams that God has concerning you, certain people. I mean, God's dreams is like dealing with his kingdom. It's dealing with you getting things accomplished for him. It's dealing with you doing his will, and it's different for every individual because not everybody is like, necessarily like a speaker, or not everybody is, all these different things relating to that. Like some of you are like entrepreneurs and things, but overall, God wants to use you and to reach souls for his kingdom. And he doesn't want the entrepreneurship to overtake you. He wants you to overtake it. And then you overall just submit to him and his spirit and reach souls for his kingdom. That's part of God's dreams concerning certain people of you. And yeah, I mean, God's dreams, it's deep because God's dreams are so vivid, and it's not for everybody. No, this is not for everybody at all, but this is for certain individuals. And yeah, God's dreams is just dealing with like, once again, his kingdom, and just man, God's dreams is dealing with like just newer revelation concerning his people and concerning his people getting from him. God's dreams is dealing with you bringing things to pass for him, all that deep stuff, bringing things to pass, for him. And man, I mean, this stuff is deep because this is dealing with God's dreams, and he has so many different dreams. And you're not going to even know this stuff if you're not spiritual, and you just, you're outside of him and all that stuff, and, you reject him and all that stuff. Yeah, you will not be believing in all this and all that stuff. And I don't have nothing to do with that matter. But anyhow, yeah, God's dreams, and God's dreams concerning me. I mean, man, this stuff is deep too, because I can't reveal everything concerning that. But yeah, I mean, you're getting some of that stuff now just by, this message, and also certain things that you see. Yeah, you're getting God's dreams concerning me. Yeah, you are. believe it or not. And then other things are outside of this platform. Once again, yeah, it is, But yeah, and then dealing with my dreams. Yeah, see, yeah, this one gets deep too, because God is going to allow me to share certain things to reach certain people and all that deep stuff too. Yeah, I'm not afraid to share my life with you people. Once again, I'm not afraid. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, my dreams, yeah. See, many of you people, some of you individuals who will come across this and stuff like that and all that deep stuff. Yeah, I mean, my dreams, certain people may already really know in a way too. And then other dreams, I have quite a few dreams in a way, but one of my main dreams, you know, a lot of you certain individuals already know and all that deep stuff too. And many of you people have many uh not only assumptions but opinions about all that stuff too. And I mean, that is really not a valid matter like that if I'm being real too. But yeah, my dreams though. Yeah, man, like I said, I have many dreams in a way, but there's a couple that are just really the focal point, the main dreams really. Just I mean, many of you already know, me being a rapper and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I've even, accomplished much with that stuff too. That's what you don't understand. And, interacted with many, just different beings and I want to say individuals and all that deep stuff too. And certain things are prohibited and all that deep stuff too. But yeah, I mean, just being a rapper. And see, the thing is too, this is where the enemy is coming in too. Yeah, being very real about this stuff because this stuff's truly not a game. But yeah, one of my dreams, I'll be real, just to be I did yearn for fame and stuff like that too, and all that deep stuff, concerning the music stuff, because yeah, I obviously just want to you know, have a impact on people. But see, me with fame and all that stuff, I wasn't yearning for it to compete with others and all that funny stuff. No, it's more of an inspirational thing with me. But see, everybody's not in that category and all that stuff. Certain people just want worship and all that stuff. No, I do not want that. People will tend to look up to me, and people do look up to me, whether you believe this or not, too. All that deep stuff. And much love to you, certain people, anyhow. But anyhow, and I'm inspired by certain people, and I do look up to certain people as well. But it's more or less just people in God's kingdom. And then there's other people too who are not so much in God's kingdom that I'm inspired by, and I do look up to as well too. But it's very few of those type of people, and those people are chosen by God and all that stuff. And then there's certain people, this is outside of just rappers and all that stuff. No, yeah, it is certain rappers. And then it's also it could be an actor or just a normal person or certain superheroes and actors and stuff like that. But outside of that, yeah, I don't look up to too many people, but just there is a lot of different people though. Yeah. And inspirations. But anyhow, yeah, just getting back to what I was saying, yeah, the stuff gets deep because with yearning for fame and all that stuff, it was not to sell out to the devil and all that stuff. No. But see, the thing is, he plays a big role in fame. That's what you gotta understand about fame. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get a little bit in depth. I mean, being on before they were famous and all this stuff too. I mean, I did yearn for that stuff too in a way. But see, what you people got to realize is that God is allowing me to share this stuff to reach certain people, because you gotta understand that, this stuff is deeper to me, but I'm just being led by the Spirit of God sharing this. But I mean, being on before they're famous, yeah, that was slightly one of my dreams concerning with the music, yeah. And see, the thing is, I could have really already, been a part of this stuff already, because I have been a part of this stuff to a certain extent anyhow. But it's just not I want to say on the main screen concerning that. No, I'm not a part of any of that stuff in a way, no. But I have already interacted with I want to just say I want to say, the spotlight of things and certain people and fame and all that stuff. Like I've already interacted with all that stuff and just famous people. Like I already know about all that stuff. I'm just being real, and just I already bear witness with famous people, and I'm being real. I mean, I'm already mutual with famous people, all that stuff too. But this is deeper than that, because see, the thing is, Satan did, you know, offer me many things concerning that stuff, but see, the thing is, you got to realize that God has closed a lot of doors concerning this matter too, because once again, God's dreams. And see, the thing is, I care about his dreams way more than mine. That's what you got to realize too. And then I had other dreams too. There's other dreams I've had too, And yeah, I mean, stuff, I'm not going to get into every detail of all my dreams and all that stuff, people, because, I'm not here to share every last thing. No, no. But yeah, I'm sharing the things that God is leading me to share. And yeah, I mean, God closed the door on many different things concerning even prayers and stuff like that too, concerning me and certain things that I've talked to God about too. Because you got to realize that I am really close to God, and I'm really, really close to him. Is what you got to understand, and there's other certain individuals too, very few chosen people and people who God has interest in. Yeah, yeah. But anyhow, yeah, me yearning for the fame and all that stuff and dealing with that stuff, it was just to truly inspire people with music. But see, God's dreams are just way more magnificent than my dreams, is what you gotta understand. And I'm for God, is what you gotta understand. I am for God. I am for Jesus and all this deep stuff, and I always have been. So God just sees the deeper matter with me concerning my dreams too, my dreams as well too. But see, his dreams is just gonna overpower mine. I'm being very real. It is, because you gotta understand that his dreams are just, God's dreams are just so magnificent for your life too. And that, and that's, now I'm getting into your dreams, you people's dreams, because yeah, a lot of you people have dreams out there and all that deep stuff, and that's cool. That's cool. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say, may God bring his dreams to pass concerning you people, because your dreams just don't matter compared to the kingdom of heaven. Your dreams don't, and then also your dreams are going to come with a heavy price, and more or less you're going to lose your soul behind that stuff, if I'm being real, concerning your dreams. If you're just following your dreams and you just more or less too, God is going to refrain himself from you, especially if you don't have interest in him and you don't love him. Yeah, he is going to refrain himself from you, you know, you know. And yeah, the stuff is very deep, because yeah, you people have dreams to like be artists and maybe an actor, or some form of just leader, or some type of anything in that nature. And I'm here to tell you that some of you people want to go to the NBA and all this deep stuff, and honestly, you just don't know the deep spiritual matters behind all this stuff. That's what I'm telling you. So what I really, encourage you certain people who have, concerning your dreams, you people's dreams, is to really just talk to God about this stuff deeply, because see, God's dreams concerning you is way more significant than your dreams, because God has dreams concerning you. And I had to learn this myself. That's what you not understand. And no, I did not regardless of the matter with me concerning this stuff. I mean, me, mellow speaking concerning this. I mean, once again, I'm for God, and like I said, I'm in a different category when it comes to this stuff. I just really am. I'm a rare breed when it comes to this stuff, humbly speaking, because, yeah, I mean, I never turned my back on God. That's what you got to realize concerning this stuff with me. But this does not apply to everybody. But see, with you people's dreams, yeah, getting back to that, I mean, God will bring a lot of you people's dreams to pass and all that stuff. But see, the thing about this is that you cannot be entitled to all this different stuff concerning heaven if you're just doing you and all of that stuff with certain people who God does like enable to have their dreams fulfilled and all this stuff. And then others, God is not bringing your people's dreams to pass. No, he's not, because he sees the deeper intentions with you people, and he's going to destroy many of you people. And then others, yeah, I mean, he will still like bring certain people's dreams to pass concerning you, certain people. But overall, you got to see what's more worth it, like the kingdom of heaven and you getting rewards in heaven and making it into heaven too before you can even get the rewards, or you just doing your dreams and then going to a certain part of heaven. And yeah, I mean, you know, because if you still love God and you're just doing your dreams, then yeah, I mean, and you have salvation in him and you endure, I mean, yeah, you still will make it into a certain part of heaven, but it just will not be at the highest capacity. You won't make it into certain realms if you do not fight to do fulfill God's dreams concerning you. And many people may ask, like, how do I do that and all that stuff? Honestly, God is gonna have to like show you. I'm gonna be very real, and you're gonna have to do different things for Him that everybody else is not doing. If I'm being real too, that's another thing concerning this stuff. And I know this stuff because you know, I have the Spirit of God. I have a relationship with God and Jesus, and I'm in God's kingdom. And humbly speaking, I mean, you know, God is just overall for me. I'm just gonna be very real, and yeah, I'm in Him, so I know these things. But yeah, you're gonna have to do things for God for a very long time too. That's the thing. And honestly, this is gonna have to be an ongoing thing. That's how you're gonna fulfill God's dreams concerning you. For you people who are genuine, you other people, whether you're hearing this or not, and you're ill and you have ill intentions, it doesn't even go to you. It does not. This stuff ain't for you. God will punish you people who have ill intentions in hearing this. And even as I close this out, yeah, I mean, I had those, God wants me to go back to certain dreams that I've had and all that stuff. Yeah, I had dreams of, yearning for fame and all that stuff. And, and all this stuff was not going to necessarily take me to hell because I was still never going to sell my soul. I've mentioned this in the past and all that stuff too. I've already mentioned this many, many times. But see, the thing about me is like, I'm not you normal civilians. Like, I am chosen by God and all that deep stuff, humbly speaking. And, I do love God genuinely, and I had deeper intentions concerning His kingdom too. I never lost sight of His kingdom, all that stuff. But this does not apply to you, certain individuals. But yeah, I just know these deep matters by the Spirit of God. And yeah, I did yearn for fame, but it was never to compete, and it was never to sell my soul either. It was never to be in pride or, come against people. Nah, that stuff you people be seeing. No, I'm not a part of that type of stuff, because I really do uh, serve the real God and have God and all that deep stuff. And, this stuff is not on the surface with me. This stuff is in the spirit. And that's why I said these certain people you people look up to, they already bear witness with me in the spirit is what I'm telling you. And I'm being very transparent, and God wants me to be a little more transparent. Yeah, I've already seen many people in the spirit realm too, concerning like certain people that are, a part of this fame stuff and all that deep stuff. But I can't be as transparent because God does not want me to share everything concerning that. But with all that being said, yeah, the stuff is very deep. And yeah, your dreams are just really going to get you in trouble with God, more or less. I'm being real with you, because certain people, you people cannot handle that stuff is what I'm saying, because your dreams really is just not of God's kingdom, really, but God will enable some of you to just do certain things concerning your dreams, and then others, He's not doing nothing concerning you. He's not going to move on your behalf. You're just going to be trying to do stuff that is not of Him, and you're not going to be getting blessed and all that stuff. And then you other people, yeah, I mean, if you really just want to make it into a high realm of heaven, you will do God's dreams and fulfill His dreams concerning you. And yeah, so that's a little bit about God's dreams, my dreams, and your dreams all in one. Yeah, like all the stuff plays a big role. But yeah, your dreams are truly just going to get you in trouble concerning like God, and just concerning your judgment too. Because like I said, majority of you people, you will sell your soul just to have your dreams. And see, I'm not a part of that. Once again, that's the thing. I'm not a part of that, and I never was a part of that stuff. And God already knows this about me. And that's the reason why you people's dreams are really going to get you in trouble, See, me, I'm not in that category, But anyhow, yeah, I mean, before I close this out, yeah, God does truly have dreams too. And you people don't care about his dreams, but I do. That's the thing, and God's chosen people do too. But everybody else, they will just continue to try to do what they're doing and doing and doing, and that's fine. But see, these people will not be inheriting heaven, though. That's the thing. And the certain people who are spared by God's grace and mercy, I'm just going to be very real. These people will not be having rewards. Once again, they will not be given nothing. They will not have a robe. They will not have gifts or nothing. They're just going to be in a certain part of heaven. And man, they will not have much at all. And they will not have much activity either. And I mean, man, so this stuff, it gets very deep. So all this stuff is to be taken into consideration when you're thinking about your dreams and all this stuff and all that deep stuff. That's all I'm saying. And if you're willing to get everything that's yours in God's kingdom, your dreams will no longer be a matter concerning compared to God's dreams and God's dreams for you. Now, this stuff is not easy, and this stuff will be a battle. I'm being very real before I close this out. But I mean, it's all about what you love more, the kingdom of heaven or your dreams. That's what it is. And the majority of you're just it's going to be your dreams and what you want. I already know. But I'm just letting you know now that, some of you still will make it into heaven if you're really pure in God, and overall God has picked you and all this stuff, but you just won't have many things. I'm telling you that now. He will strip many things from you people who put things before his kingdom. I'm just leaving it at that now. Like I said, it's not about being perfect and all that stuff. And you will do things that's not of his kingdom too. Yeah, of course. Even with you doing stuff that is of his dreams, you still will do stuff that's not of his kingdom. All these things. But see, the thing is, God sees the deeper intentions with people. Before I close this out, and he sees the deeper intentions with people's intentions and overall just where they stand at inwardly. So he knows like who is doing the will and who's not, and who's sincere about doing his will and who's not too. He knows all the stuff. So this is not about being perfect. This is not about religion, and this is not about tradition. There's certain things you will still be into and all that stuff, but overall God just knows who he has an interest in. And with all that being said, this dream stuff is real. And concerning God's dreams, my dreams, and your dreams. And with all that being said, I'm out.